Recruiter's responsibility. Okay. This is duties, responsibilities, that what you do when you go to the job, to the office. Okay. That's what we want to understand. So first it comes in. The moment you go to office, when you go to work, what is that you will have once you get I'm going very from a general point of view. Okay, the first day how will it going to be is you are going to be assigned your email id, official email id. Okay, and your portal login details. These are the things will be given to you people when you go to the company. So it may happen in first day in 1 week, or if they want to give any training, you get the training, and then after, what is that going to happen is they are going to create your official email id, portal login, and so on. Now when you go into the work, what is that going to happen is you will get requirements from your manager and lead. Okay, do you understand what is a requirement? Both of you, do you understand what is a requirement?
Understand.
You see, right? What are the opening job? Java developer, mobile tester, anything that is.
Yeah.
You are going to get that. So the moment you get it, what you have to do is you have to check for other details. Do you remember the other details we discussed about? The job title, client location, client industry, rate part, and everything. You remember, people? That information you should be checking. Then what you have to do is you have to understand the requirement by the 4-step framework. Do you remember the 4-step framework? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after you understand the 4-step framework, then you have to find the keywords. Keywords. Again, you have to use the 4-step framework to find the keywords. After you find the keywords, what is that you should be doing? You will be building Boolean search string by using Boolean logic and operators. You remember the Boolean operators, people?
Yeah.
What are the Boolean operators?
And nor, not,
And, or, not, asterisk, bracket,
hash, string, bracket,
and
star,
what? Quotation.
Inlet
Okay.
quotations.
Quotation, inverted comma, anything you call, right? Now, once you build the search string, what you have to do is you have to execute the search string in the resume portal. That is what you will learn later. Okay, resume portal, how to use it in a resume portal, you will learn. Now once you execute your in resume portal, then what you should be doing, once you find a candidate, once you screen which is the resume that you feel good, because you'll be reading the resumes properly. Once after you do it, then you have to connect with the candidate via phone or email. Okay, phone or via email, you are going to connect with the person. Once you connect with the person, if you call, it may go to their voice message. Okay, sometimes people who do not pick the phone, it will go to their voice message. If they answer your phone, then you need to talk to them about your requirement. Understand, people? Now here you are going to discuss with them about the open role. This is what you should be doing. In the call, after that, you are going to discuss. Then what you will be doing? Then you will be gathering the information for submission to your manager or lead. What is submission? Submission is you found the job seeker, you found the candidate who is matching to the job, and you are sending the candidate to your manager. That's what is called a submission. Okay. Then what is that you're going to do is you are going to follow up with the candidate. This is what the rules are. You will be following up with your candidate and manager. So how will it generally work is when you submit a candidate, what is that going to happen is your manager is going to submit it to the client. Understand? This is called client submission. Clear, people? So this is what you should be focusing on. This is called client submission. What is that going to happen? Here, client will review resume. Now, once client will review resume, what is that going to happen is three things will happen. It will be shortlisted, okay, or it will be rejected, or it will be no review, meaning client do not review. Generally, sometimes once your manager sends your profile for client review, client may shortlist, may reject, or there will be no review, no updates, nothing. Okay, you will get no feedback. Sometimes it is what happens with some clients. Now, when shortlisted, what is that going to happen? They may request for interview, or sometimes they may not request for interview. It just stays in the shortlisted. Okay, may not request for interview. Clear, people? Now, what is going to happen now? Here, when they request for interview, what is that you should be doing is you are going to talk to the candidate and you are going to schedule the interview with the requested date. Now, request in this case, what is that going to happen is interview gets scheduled on time, meaning on the same day it may get scheduled, or sometimes what happens, interview may reschedule. Okay, this is what going to happen. All right, interview gets scheduled and interview may not get scheduled. So here, once interview gets scheduled, what is that going to happen? Candidate completes the interview, candidate completes the interview. Okay, so now it is your duty to follow up with the candidate to get the interview schedule confirmation, and it's your duty to make sure the candidate is going to attend the interview. Okay, once the candidate attended the interview, two things may happen. Okay, what is that going to happen? Client may request, what is that, second round of interview. It could be video interview, phone interview, anything. Interview, client may request, what is that, second round of interview. Okay, or client may extend offer. Okay, after interview, candidate completes the interview, these things may happen. Okay, client may request for second round interview, client may extend offer, client may reject the candidate, or sometimes there is no feedback after interview. Got it, people? This is how generally happens. So if your client extends an offer, so you are going to talk to your candidate and get the candidate updated with the client offer, and the candidate is going to join the project. So the whole recruiting life cycle is complete. Now, if client schedules for second round interview, what is that going to happen? You have to talk. Excuse me, people. Oh man. Then here, what is that going to happen is, if the client schedules second round interview, what is that going to happen? Again, you need to schedule the interview, let the candidate complete the call, and it happens in the process. If interview gets rescheduled, what is that going to happen? You have to connect with the candidate once again and make sure the candidate completes the interview and everything else. Got it? This is what the process is. This is what your duty. Okay, understood, people? What are your duties? From the moment you join the company, you get a requirement, and this is the flow. Clear? I'm going to send you the mind map so that you will understand. Clear? From here, this is how it goes. These are your duties.